learners, and welcome to lesson 9.5 on stem and leaf plots. These are kind of fun. So a stem and leaf plot shows the numerical data arranged in order. Each stem can have many leaves. So here we got an example. The stem in this is the 1, and then the leaf is this 0. And there will always be a key when there's a stem and leaf plot. So for this one, the key might say 1 line 0 equals 10. Okay? So if I had the 1, I'm going to extend this right here. And let's say that here there was a 0, and then there was a 1 and an 8 here. Then this would read 0, 1, and this would read 0, 8. So it's not 18, it's 0, 1, and 0, 8. It's talking about two different numbers. And then this would be 10 because it has a 1 and a 0. Now over here for this stem, we have a 5 and then a decimal point. So this one would mean 5 with the decimal. Okay, this would be 5.5 and 5.2. And this one over here, we got 5.5 with a 2 would be 5.5 with a line and then the 2. That key would read that equals 5.52. Okay? If there was another number here, then it would be a comma, and again, you'd add the stem. The same stem happens for every single one of the leaves. And you're going to have multiple leaves, just like in this one. And every time you have a leaf, it means a different number, and you have to add that stem to that leaf as well. All right, the best way to get comfortable with these is just to look at some examples and to practice them. So the first example, it says to make a stem and leaf plot. Here's the steps. First, you're going to choose your stems. Then you're going to draw the stems, and then you're going to draw the leaves by going through your data. And then we will add a key to the end. Okay, are we ready for this? Here's our data right here. So first I'm going to look for my stem and leaf plot. I'm going to look at what numbers I have. And I'm going to see what stem would make sense. So in this case, since there's 3 digits, I'm going to look at the first 2 digits. I got 18, 21, 20, 19, 19, 19, 19, 21, 20, 19, 19, 19, 20, 19, 20, 20. I'm looking at the first 2 digits. So my stems are going to be those. I'm going to do numbers. It looks like my lowest one was 18 from 189, and my biggest one was 21. Okay, so now that I've chosen my stems, I'm going to draw my stems. And I do that by just drawing a line. And then on this side, I start with the smallest number, 18, 19, 20, 21. And now I'm going to draw my leaves. So we do this in order from the smallest to the biggest. I'm going to start with 18. I'm going to look for any numbers up here that have a stem of 18. And I got this one. Let's see. No other ones have 18. So then that means that my leaf is just going to be the last digit, which is the 9. And that means 189. Now I'm going to go on to the 19s. So I got a few of those. I want to pick the one that has the smallest digit. So this one has a 0. And since I'm circling it, I'll just remember that I already did that one. Now let's see, I got a 2, a 3, a 6, a 5, a 4. Okay, so it looks like my 2 is my next smallest. So I'm going to put the 2 right next to the 0. And this means 190 and then 192. Okay, now I got a 3 for this one. Looks like there's a 4. Okay, and that's all of the ones that had a 19 as the stem. So now we can move on and we can find ones with a stem of 20. So here I got a 0. We know that's going to be first. 200. Looks like 201 happens 2 times. And now I go to the ones with the 21. There's only 2 of those. There's one that ends in a 1 and one that ends in a 4. Okay, so now I've drawn my stems and my leaves. My last step is I need to add a key. And I do that by just picking one and I just show it. Say I do the 18, 9, and I'm going to say that that equals what it equals. Because every once in a while, you'll have a key that'll tell you that like this equals, that 18/9 equals, 1,809. And that then you know you have to add in that extra 0 every time that you do your stem. Okay? All right, B, I want you to try this one on your own and show me what you have learned. Follow the same steps as I did. And then we got page 2. You can compare 2 sets of the same type of data using back-to-back stem and leaf plots. So here we have new car mileage, and we're comparing city car mileage with highway car mileage. So this is my stem right in the middle in this case. And then I have all the city data working its way out this way. So that 8, 8, 9, see how the smaller number is starting close to the stem and it's working its way out? And then on this side, it's the way that we just did it before. If you took that one away, okay, that's like the stem and leaf plot we just did. Now there's just another one happening the other way backwards so we can see them together. And our key kind of makes that make sense. 7, line 2, line 8. And this side I read it 28. And on this side I read it 27. This way it's awkward to read it a little bit, so you just got to keep checking it. So the question says, compare city to highway mileage by each measure of central tendency. So let's start with a really easy one. Let's start with the mode. Okay, I can use my stem and leaf to find the mode. M-O-M-O, mode, most. So we're going to look for what number happens twice, and they're right next to each other, so it's easy to find. Do you see any of the same numbers on this side? I got 2 8s, so that means 18, 18 is the mode for city. So I wrote 18. Okay, what about for highway? Which one happens? You see anyone that happens more than once? Right here. So 33 is the mode. That one happens twice for highway. Okay, what about for median? For median, we want to find the number that's in the middle. So for that, I'll do the city one and I'll have you do the highway one. This is my biggest number, which is 30. Okay, so I could cancel that and cancel the smallest, which is right here. Then my next biggest number is here. Smallest is here. My next biggest is here and there. So that means that my median is 22 for city. I would like you to find it for highway. And now we got to find the mean. So for the mean, I'm going to do what I've always done, right? I'm going to add 18 plus 18 plus 19 plus 22 plus 24 plus 27 plus 30. And then once I've added up all those numbers, I'm going to divide them by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because that's how many numbers there was. And that will be my mean for city. So you can do that, finish that one, and then figure out what the mean is for highway. Bring it with you. I'll check to see if you got it right. Go ahead and get to work.